Well, boys, does Battlefield 6 need bigger maps? Short answer, yeah, it does. But we should talk about it a little bit. Unfortunately, it is August 18th, Monday, and that means that the beta is closed.
What do we do now?
I mean, hey, if you're really itching to get on Battlefield again, everyone's favorite game, Battlefield 2042, just got a brand new update. They're adding 2 new weapons, 2 new vehicles, and they're bringing back Iwo Jima, a fan favorite map. They are really trying to keep people on Battlefield until this game comes out. It seemed to have somewhat worked so far. It's pretty early in the morning, but we're at a 20,000 player peak right now, which is the most since November of last year. We'll have to see if a lot more people hop on, but I can't see it going really high because, let's be honest, people have fucking nightmares about that game. But I want to shift my focus to the Battlefield 6 beta, because now that nobody has time to play the beta, they have all the time to talk about the beta. Pretty disappointed in the beta. There's just not enough maps. We need at least 10 maps per game mode to not feel burnt out.
Say that again?
Very repetitive. Will there be more weapons for each class at launch, or will we have it all unlocked in a few days? Game needs way more content. Here we have somebody who has absolutely zero fucking idea what they're talking about. Every single shooter beta has minimal content in it. I don't know what kind of world this guy lives in. You guys lost the plot. I was really hoping you learned from the mistakes of 2042, but it's clear you didn't, and in some ways, actually you went even further in the wrong direction. You guys are completely lost. You talk like you were onto something, with several lines and punctuation, but you make no points to back up what you're trying to say. The game is in beta, and you are mad about nothing. If you think this beta was released 2 months before launch date to fix fundamental flaws in a game, I got a bridge to sell ya. Oh my lord, do I have to get on my knees and start begging this mug? Please, good sir, give me one issue with the game. Don't just spam tweet that there's fundamental flaws and problems, and it's worse than Battlefield 2042. Was this guy sentient when Battlefield 2042 came out? Because that beta, because we're going to compare betas, because this is a beta, that beta was one of the worst things in history. And now I'm going to take a crazy step farther and tell you that this beta is better than Battlefield 2042's launch. That launch was atrocious. Week 1, 9 out of 10. Week 2, 6 out of 10. Bring server browser or this game will flop. Horrible matchmaking and SBMM. This owes one of the many problems in the beta. Essentially, what happened here is the second weekend game, and people started to learn how to play the game more, hence they were better, and this guy just couldn't keep up, so poor lad. He's tricked himself into thinking that a server browser will make it so players aren't good anymore. People absurdly hyped about 6 can't even differentiate a COD from a Battlefield. Every map in the beta was tight, small, like COD maps, and there was basically no sniper positions because it was all interiors and small protected corridors. Yes, this map that I'm playing right now. This is an all-inside map with no sniper positions whatsoever. I don't know what it is, but something makes me so happy that this person came to a conclusion that this game is Call of Duty based off of 3 maps in the beta. Well, 4, I guess, now, but in this person's mind, all that Battlefield is big maps. That's it. If you had Call of Duty with a big map, that would be Battlefield in this person's mind. Fix the small-ass maps. This isn't Battlefield, it's COD with less absurd skins. Oh god, not this guy again. Also, when you say fix the small maps, that means nothing. Fix what about them? What's wrong with them? What don't you like about them? Oh right, what he means to say is he just doesn't like small maps at all, but he doesn't know how to properly translate that in a sentence. We write with you from a heart full of love and disappointment at the same time. We love Battlefield because it was always different. Its feels were vibrant and realistic, but with each new part, we feel that you are moving further away from the spirit that made your name. We are only scaled because we love. We want Battlefield 6 to give us back what we've lost. Perfection, fun, and experience that makes us spend hours without boredom. We don't want big promises without fulfillment, but a game that withstands the hearts of players as your previous legends. Return to us the glory you have made, before the reproach turns into a loss of hope. We love Battlefield and appreciate your effort, but we have a favorable reproach. The server browser needs to be clearer and more powerful. Open arms from the beginning. lose us the pleasure of gradient and challenge. We rebuke because we love you, and we want to see Battlefield return to the top like the past. Wait, that's it? That's all you want? That whole lovely message just to want a server browser? And to remove the ability for people to use guns that they want to use with their class? Come on, man. I have a serious question. I used to be a closed weapon guy, and then I asked myself a question. What purpose does closed weapons serve other than nostalgia? And I can't really think of a reason as to why people want it, other than it used to be like that. I'm just curious because, look, I'm an engineer main. I play engineer probably 80% of the time, and the other 20% of the time, I just play the medic class or support or whatever you want to call it. And I just don't really snipe. It's not really my thing, and I would never play the assault class because I just don't like it. It's not my thing. So I don't really see why I should force myself to play a class I don't like just to use a certain weapon that I do like. And you can disagree, it's totally fine. I just want to hear why it's bad, right? I don't really understand why it's bad. Game is great, especially for a beta, but the time to kill is a hair too slow. I found people being absolute bullet sponges no matter what weapon I used, and it took a whole mag for anything but headshots. The time to kill is way too slow, and to make it worse, there is nearly zero footstep audio. These two things kept me from playing much more. Well, I mean, I don't really know what to say, guys. I guess you just can't please everyone. The first weekend of the beta, everyone was complaining about how the time to kill is way too fast. Now, I guess it's just way too slow. I mean, it's a pretty good time to kill, especially for a Battlefield game. Closed weapons only, bigger maps, hopefully more unique feeling weapons, slower speeds. I mean, geez, how much slower do you want us to be? This is already the slowest sprinting Battlefield game. As for the maps, I just feel like I should give my opinion on this because everyone's giving their opinion on this. So, are the maps in Battlefield 6 too small? No, absolutely not. They are not too small. Are they a smaller size? Yes, absolutely. But that does not mean that they are too small. The problem is that we don't have any big maps at all, so everyone says the small ones are too small. And I think they say that because they are under the impression that this is what DICE would deem a large map. Let's take a look at Albor's Mountains. So here you have both spawns with 2 tanks each, 2 infantry vehicles each, 2 helicopters each, and 2 aircraft each. As you can see, this map is absolutely enormous, and this is what people are talking about when they say they want big maps. Now, this lines up with Caspian Border, Operation Firestorm, and like Zavod 33 from Battlefield 4. These are huge, huge maps. And if you even want to go farther, you got it like Battlefield 1, where there was the desert, there was the giant mountain, I think it was Monte Grappa or something like that. But guess what? All of these Battlefield games, whether you remember or not, had small conquest maps. They exist. You got a map like Grand Bazaar, which is identical, if not too identical, to the layout of Siege of Cairo, the Egyptian map. Or you got maps like Operation Locker or Ardougne Forest. There are so many small-scale conquest maps. So I promise you, when I'm telling you, the maps in Battlefield 6 Beta aren't too small. There just aren't any big ones, and there needs to be. I can tell you right now, they are going to have an extreme problem on their hands if they don't implement big maps, because that's what a lot of players want, myself included. I want big, large-scale maps, but I also like the small ones sometimes. You're going to get a lot more action in this smaller map. My personal favorite thing about the bigger Battlefield maps in previous titles is that there were so many more vehicles, so the vehicles were more likely to be focused on each other instead of vehicles just mowing down infantry, which is basically what the small-scale conquest maps are. Some good news is that we've been told Operation Firestorm is coming back, and that is a huge map, so I'm gonna sit here and pray that we have a lot more bigger maps in store for us, because I want a lot more of those. Now I want to talk about what I think are a few things they should change in this game on launch. My first thing that I want to talk about is that fucking shotgun. They need to nerf the shotgun's range. It should not do 3/4 of my health halfway across the street. It just shouldn't. Yes, your shotgun should 1-pump me point blank and in a close range building, but you shouldn't be 2-pumping me across the street. That shit is just so cringe. Second thing that I'd like, which is a little niche, but I think some people want it too, is I want to see a flag on the conquest objective. I love the flags. I thought it was so cool watching the enemy team's flag lower and yours go up. It's such a niche thing, but I love it so much. Let's address the elephant in the room, a server browser. It would be absolutely perfect if we could get a server browser that worked the exact same way as it did in Battlefield 3 and 4. Nobody wants to hop on the portal mode to check out their weird server browser. People just want a very simple, pick the map and game mode I like browser. Nothing special. Another small niche thing I would like is a 5-player squad. Awkwardly enough, there is usually 5 people that I play with. So most of the time we'll end up with 4, and then the other person just has to join and not be on our squad. I also think that the helicopters could use a little bit extra HP. Maybe make it so that if you get hit in the back, like the tail side, it does more damage, but getting hit in the front side, you just take so much damage. The helicopter is made of fucking glass. This has resulted in every single match on this Siberia map or whatever. Every single helicopter just hides behind a mountain and peeks and shoots a couple and then goes back because they can't risk taking any damage. I wish most of the guns had a lot more recoil, and another niche thing, I wish there was a cooler assassination animation. I think it's a little tragic how you kind of just take out their dog tags and hold it out. I want to do some cool shit to the person that I sneak up behind. I could think of a lot of other small things, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. And I want you to let me know what you think down below that they did wrong or did well, or what you think they should change, because I want to hear what lots of people have to say about this game. A good majority of the things I read online is just hate and the game sucks without any actual explanation or what they can work on. Although I do think that this beta was pretty well received. I mean, look at the player counts. There was thousands and thousands of people playing this game, and the second weekend did just as well. Just please keep in mind that this is a beta, and you should probably refrain from making hard comments on why the game sucks or why the game's gonna fail. We just gotta wait, because I think this game's gonna succeed very well. Unless the game is somehow completely broken or there's like an extreme lack of content, I'm pretty sure this game is gonna be received fairly well. We miss you, Battlefield 6 beta. It was a good ride. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, but thank you for watching today. I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you later.